What's going on, everyone? In today's video we are going to discuss the franchises that deserve more representatives through DLC characters. We have about 3 more characters left in this second Fighter's Pass, so it's leaving me pretty excited for who they might be. But there's a bunch of series that I feel like deserve a new character in Ultimate, and I'm going to discuss them, tell you who and why they deserve to be in the game through DLC. Now, I'll say that I'm not saying these next 3 need to fill the next 3 slots, but in general, seeing any of them fill a DLC slot would be fine. But also remember guys, I still have my merch going, and the artist and I worked hard on getting out for you guys, so pick it up in the link below if you'd like some merch, because it supports the channel, and it's just cool. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's hop into the franchises I think deserve a new representative in Smash. First up, of course, we have Sonic. Sonic, in my opinion, has not been dealt justice in Smash Bros. To the degree I think he should be dealt. First of all, I think his moveset is not really good design-wise, and also the music choices are pretty decent, but he's one of the few characters that didn't even get any remixes in Smash Ultimate. I think the main thing cool about the Sonic franchise in Smash is that he at least has 2 stages, but one of them being Windy Hill, which is basically just a Green Hill clone, and it's not very all that interesting of a level, and I don't think Lost World is all that interesting either. A lot of us, me included, before Smash Ultimate was out and during the hype phase, I thought Shadow was going to end up being an Echo fighter, but that ended up not being the case, and Shadow is now relegated to a assist trophy. And you know, it kind of sucks. And the same thing with Knuckles, he also became an assist trophy. So those 2 characters are out of the question for being a new representative. I feel like if there's any characters from the Sonic franchise that deserve to be in Smash, I personally think it needs to be Tails or Eggman. Now for Tails, because one, he's Sonic's sidekick. He is basically the second main character of the Sonic franchise, sorta. And I feel like having a sidekick in the game would be really cool, because there's not that many quote-unquote sidekicks in the Smash roster. And same thing with villains, which leads us over to Eggman. Eggman filling that villain role would be very cool. I know we just got Sephiroth, but I feel like Smash still doesn't have quite enough villains. Imagine having Bowser and Eggman in a team battle against Sonic and Mario. Now that sounds really cool to me. I think Sonic deserves some more love being the icon that he is and being the rival to Mario that he is. So him getting more love in Smash with more characters I think is very deserved. And he also needs a moveset change because his moveset's kind of bland. Moving on to the next character, I want to talk about the Kirby franchise. Now, the Kirby franchise is unfortunately not treated that well on purpose due to Sakurai not wanting to show his own bias towards his own creation, which I guess makes sense, but at the same time, it's to the point where it's kind of not fair, and it kind of seems like it's still biased, but it's the wrong type of bias because he doesn't want bias. I know that sounds very confusing, but basically, Kirby gets scraps. The Kirby franchise has 3 characters: Kirby, King Dedede, and Meta Knight, and that's it. Now, to be fair, I do think the Kirby franchise does get love outside of just the roster, especially with the stages, the music, and getting boss fights, and Kirby being the only one to survive Galeem in the main story mode. But at the end of the day, I feel like the stuff that matters the most with Smash Bros. Is the roster and having these characters here. And Kirby is represented pretty decently with the 3 characters, but there's still a lot more characters that could be added. First character I want to talk about is, of course, you know, the famous Bandana D. For some reason, everyone wants Bandana D, and honestly, I feel like Bandana D does kind of deserve a spot into Smash, because not only are Dedede and Meta Knight part of Kirby Squad, Bandana D is also part of Kirby Squad, and Bandana D's been a playable character for quite a few games now. So, you know, they're definitely part of the squad, and I don't think that they don't deserve to be in Smash. And also, it'd be really cool to see a character use a spear like that in Smash, because we don't really have it like that at all. The closest thing we have to that is Byleth using their forward smash, which is a lance. So yeah, I definitely do think Kirby deserves more characters, and getting Bandana D is a good choice. But also, I feel like Marks would have been a good choice as well. Now, Marks does appear as a boss, but I've never heard the argument that bosses deconfirm characters. I feel like a character can be a boss and be playable at the same time. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. For example, we have Giga Bowser, although it is still technically a different version of Bowser, but at the same time, it's still Bowser, and he could once turn into that form in the previous Smash games. And he technically still can now, but it just works differently. You don't control Giga Bowser directly, you just control his punch in his final Smash. And I guess if you want to count it, the Sephiroth challenge we just recently had, which has Sephiroth pose as a boss that you fight in order to unlock him. So once again, Kirby definitely deserves a Bandana D added in, or marks added in as a character, and I think a lot of people would be happy about that. I think a lot of people would be especially happy about marks, or honestly even Bandana D, because so many people are clamoring for that character. So I think they'd be good choices, and I think Kirby deserves more characters. Next up, we have F-Zero, aka the game Captain Falcon is from. If you really think about it, Captain Falcon is one of the more stranger characters alongside Ness to ever be added in Super Smash Bros. But what I think makes this character unique is they just created an entire original moveset for Captain Falcon, because he doesn't really do anything outside of his car or his machine, whatever the thing is called. I think this could be a golden opportunity for the Smash team to be the most creative they have ever been with a character, mainly because they don't really have to pull from that much, similar with Captain Falcon, so they can be super duper creative with the character. Now, speaking of the characters, who would I add from this game or this series? Of course, I would add Black Shadow, which is basically the main antagonist of Captain Falcon, and if you want to see more about him, you can play F-Zero games, or you can watch the anime, which has Black Shadow in it, and a very iconic anime scene, which a lot of people like to quote. But other than F-Zero deserving more love in Smash, it deserves more love, period. They need to bring the franchise back and actually do stuff with it. I believe the last time people actually saw anything related to F-Zero outside of Smash was probably Nintendo Land on the Wii U with the F-Zero minigame, or Mario Kart 8 with the F-Zero Blue Falcon being added into the game as a kart and the track. I think another franchise in Smash that deserves a lot more love has to be the Mega Man franchise. Mega Man has been a part of Nintendo history for a long time now, way back in the 80s. And it's pretty cool that Mega Man even made it in Smash. But I also think having one character isn't enough. And I feel like Mega Man is a lot more than just classic Mega Man, because there's so many sub-series and there's just so much stuff with Mega Man. You got the X series, you got Battle Network, you have Star Force, I was about to say Stardust Crusaders for a second, and you have much more. Now, I do believe those other series do get represented through the final Smash, or a lot of the Mega Man come together, including Proto Man, I believe, and Base. But I feel like they can still do more. And I know Zero ended up being an assist trophy as well, which sucks. But I think they could still add in some of those characters regardless, such as Base and Proto Man. They could also add in Axel from Mega Man X7 and X8. I think that would be really great to see more Mega Man characters and different representatives from different Mega Man series in Smash. I think it'd be really cool, and it would diversify Mega Man a bit more, because a lot of us didn't really grow up with classic Mega Man. A lot of people grew up with Battle Network if you had a Game Boy Advance, and if not, you grew up with the X games because they came after and they were kind of a sub-series as well. So there's a lot of different stuff people grew up with Mega Man, and I feel like having more of that would be interesting as well, because not everyone just only played classic Mega Man. Another series that 100% deserves more representation is Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles is definitely one of my favorite franchises of all time. Xenoblade 1 and 2 are masterpieces, and Xenoblade X is pretty good too. But I still feel like Shulk being the only one to represent Xenoblade is not enough, because one, Shulk doesn't really have that much to do with Xenoblade 2. And vice versa, Rex doesn't have that much himself to do with Xenoblade 1. And having a character to represent all three of the games would be way more cool and interesting. So I'm talking adding in either Rex in the game or Elma in the game. So that way we can have more Xenoblade representatives to represent each Xenoblade game, because they're all different in many different ways, different story, different characters. Although two of the games do connect, regardless, I still just want to see more Xenoblade, because Shulk isn't all what Xenoblade is, and I feel like him getting more characters, or that series just getting more characters will just make someone like me very happy. Last but not certainly least is the Metal Gear franchise. The Metal Gear franchise is only represented by Snake in one stage, and there's a decent amount of songs, but I feel like Metal Gear is, cool and all, but there's also more characters we can add in, such as Raiden or Raiden, however you like to pronounce it, and I think he would be one of the coolest characters to add into a Smash-like game. Because one, he's already made it in PlayStation All-Stars once before, and that game, even though it's a very bad Smash clone in my opinion, it was still cool seeing Raiden in that game, and having that type of character in the roster is really interesting. And, I feel like someone like Gray Fox is out of the question mainly due to him being an assist trophy. But other than that, I feel like Metal Gear getting another character like Raiden would be really, really cool. And I think it'd be also especially cool because Snake is technically one of the first characters added in that's third party. Now that's basically going to be some of the franchises I'm only going to mention. Of course, there are way more that could probably have more love and representation into the game. But those are my personal picks of some franchises that I personally would like to see get more love in Smash Ultimate, because it'd be really cool and it would make me happy and a lot of other people happy. But that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button, and still make sure to check out that merch. Please, it'd be very appreciated. And anyways, that's going to be it, and I'll see you all in the next one.